This is my experience as an 8K TV owner in 2020, but is it worth it? So what's up guys, Fabria and welcome to Shades of Tech. In the previous video we reviewed the Samsung Q950R 65-inch QLED 8K TV, and as promised we'll talk about the experience of owning an 8K TV in 2020, all the good and the bad, for different user scenarios like watching TV and video games from different sources. I'll try to answer the very same question I'd like to make in the first place if I were considering to get an 8K TV in 2020. If you've never seen an 8K TV in person, the first question will be, how is an 8K TV? Is it good? Well, an 8K TV has got 4 times the 4K resolution, meaning 7680 by 4320p, with a pixel density of 135 ppi. Not a retina density, but definitely impressive if you consider you'll be watching it from 3 to 4 meters away. And this is the main reason why it's not a huge difference from a 4K TV from couch distance. With 8K content there is a small difference, but this brings to the second and most important question. Are there any 8K TV contents out there, or it's just upscaling only? Well, as far as the date of this video, there are no 8K contents accessible to consumers, except for YouTube, where some channels upload in 8K like NKBHD, but are very rare, and the worst part is that 8K TV can't even display full 8K resolution. The YouTube app is limited to 4K. This is nuts, right? Well, the reason is related to the codec war, something between Samsung and Google, something like Safari not displaying even 4K YouTube videos. We made different testing like using the native browser, but the closest we got was connecting my Mac Pro to an eGPU with the latest Navi 7nm graphics AMD Radeon RX 5700 XT through an HDMI 2.0B cable, and using Google Chrome we were able to toggle the 8K quality, and it looks very good. Here is a sample of the upscaling process from 1080p to 4320p. But the screen was still running at 4K because we don't have any HDMI 2.1 sources right now, and the frame rate was still limited. Regardless, it's an unnecessarily complicated and expensive rig just to run YouTube 8K. So if YouTube 8K doesn't natively work, we won't have any chance of watching 8K contents, right? Well, it's pretty much the disappointing truth. For this video I tested other things like creating a custom 8K clip in Final Cut Pro 10 with 4 4K clips, but the TV wasn't able to play it. Very disappointing. I was able to get some 8K sources of movies, but just a few minutes are several gigabytes big. I imagine for 8K streaming you need at least the gigabit Ethernet connection. On this TV they don't look remarkably better than a 4K TV like we show you in the comparison of this TV with the LG C9 OLED TV. Here's an example of some 8K clips. My theory is that it's very hard to distinguish the 8K from the 4K TV for 2 reasons. First, this TV doesn't meet the CM value to be defined as real 8K, meaning that the CM value is too low and the pixels are not able to be lit individually, resulting in a not so sharp image. And second, there aren't real 8K clips yet. The clips are samples of old movies, not proper real 8K standard ready movies, like we will see, so not HDR 4000 and so on. So if there are no 8K sources, no Netflix or streaming, any Mac or PC hardly are able to support a native 8K resolution like Linus showed us, how can we watch and have a decent image? The truth is that an 8K TV in 2020 will rely only on upscaling, meaning that the CPU, which is based on AI artificial intelligence, will split each 4K pixel source in 4 pixels artificially. The faster the scenes and the more complex the movements, and the harder it will be for the TV to keep up and reproduce a smooth and flawless scene. So how is it this upscaling? At the beginning it was very rough and aggressive, but through a software update it actually improved. Still not perfect, but it works fine, making up for the lack of 8K content. 4K upscaling works pretty well. From couch distance and YouTube, Amazon, Disney Plus sources it's hard to spot the difference, but from 1080p it means 16 times resolution jump, and it's really terrible. I have to say it's disappointing since most of the sources from cable TV are still in Full HD. Here's an example of both 4K and 1080p upscaling. And what about gaming? How does upscaling work? When I tested this TV in 2019, it was pretty bad. This is an example with Assassin's Creed Odyssey on PS4 Pro at 4K 60. But through patches it's become better and works as well as Netflix or YouTube upscaling. This TV supports HDMI 2.1 on only one port, so up to 4K 120Hz, so I'll make a separate video about the gaming experience. But when PS5 and Xbox Series X will come out, they will support up to 8K 60 or 4K 120Hz. And I can't wait to test it. Seems really promising. So in conclusion, should you consider buying an 8K TV in 2020? Well, absolutely not. Wait at least for 2021. Of course, we wanted to test the 8K experience, but especially this TV is not future-proof enough. With only one HDMI 2.1 port, it doesn't even support the real 8K standard. So just don't buy it, but the 2020 Samsung Q950T will check all those boxes, so stay tuned for that and let us know if you want to see a full review. Thanks so much for watching, be sure to like or dislike this video, comment and subscribe. And as always, stay tuned on Shades of Tech. Ciao!